About 5 months before this happened, I went into the police station and said my concerns about the guns.
A Watertown mother is pleading for change. She believes if Wisconsin's gun laws were different, her son would still be alive.
This is Jennifer Gaspard. In 2021, her son Henry was shot and killed by his father during a parental visit. Henry's father then took his own life.
The tragedy happened after Jennifer raised concerns to police about guns in his home. She wrote to TMJ4 telling us about her petition. She hopes this will urge lawmakers to pass red flag laws.
Andrea Albers of our Lighthouse team met with her and tonight explores the legislation that this mother says could have saved her son's life.
Jennifer Gaspard wants to see red flag legislation passed in Wisconsin. She said to me, "This is my purpose. It's a purpose born out of pain." And she hopes the law can be named Henry's Law in memory of her son.
I wanted Henry to be in a nice park-like setting.
Henry Teuteberg would have turned 20 this summer.
It's heartbreaking. Some days are so bad. Sorry.
Instead, he is buried in Wisconsin Memorial Park.
He never got to fall in love, finish high school, get his driver's license, get married, have children. That was all taken away from him.
In 2021, Henry was shot and killed in his sleep by his father, who then died by suicide. Jennifer says she tried to get law enforcement to intervene and remove the firearms Henry's dad owned, but ultimately she was unsuccessful.
They couldn't go over there and just take his guns or arrest him or whatever, just based on my concerns.
Now she wants Wisconsin to do what 21 other states have done and pass red flag laws, also known as extreme risk protection orders, which can allow judges to order the temporary seizure of firearms from someone who they believe is a significant risk to themselves or others.
This isn't about taking everyone's guns away.
And other states across the country have put this legislation into place. What signs do you see that show it is working or is not working?
A lot of signs show that it is working. So this is still a relatively new policy across the country. Some of the first states to do it were Connecticut and Indiana. Those states have shown that their rates of suicide have decreased significantly.
The Wisconsin Anti-Violence Effort, or WAVE, is the state's oldest and largest gun violence prevention organization. WAVE's policy director, Nick Matuszewski, says Wisconsin's Republican-controlled legislature sidelined the most recent red flag proposal introduced last summer.
That bill never really moved anywhere. It's still sitting in the state legislature at this point.
To amplify her message, Jennifer started a change.org petition.
We need to be heard. We need this law.
She's collected more than 30,000 signatures, but recognizes why some people might be hesitant to sign it.
It always comes back to the Second Amendment.
To explore that, I visited Prolific Arms, a gun shop in West Dallas that has the phrase Second Amendment Advocates on its logo.
I think what we worry about being Second Amendment advocates and anybody that's pro-2A, we worry about the over-policing of the, of the law.
So you have some concern about it being perhaps manipulated or misunderstood in the way that it would be applied.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. It will in some way have an impact on the Second Amendment rights of community members.
These gun shop owners believe education can have the biggest impact on gun violence. Since 2019, 5,000 people have graduated from their firearms safety courses.
We've sold, less guns than we've provided education, without a doubt, and that's our main goal.
To reach a larger audience, they now plan to launch a podcast.
Because we have to have these conversations. It's an absolute must.
They hope to invite law enforcement, lawmakers, and even people who've experienced tragedy, like Jennifer, to discuss gun violence solutions.
Whether you hate guns or you love guns, the fact is they exist, they're here. So we need to have these conversations.
I just brought some pictures.
Jennifer remains ready to tell Henry's story to anyone who will listen.
This is my purpose now, to speak up and try to get this law passed. This is a mother's love. You could just tell.
A mom on a mission to give people like her the ability to raise a red flag.
Because I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to just keep on going. I'm not going to stop. You know, I will not stop.
Andrea Elbers, TMJ4 News, Lighthouse.